Good evening, and what's good? And welcome to Locked On Sports 216. This is your host, Keith Allen. Good evening to all. Good evening. Shout out to everybody watching from my YouTube channel, watching from my LinkedIn channel, and my original Keith Allen page. That's the old one. And the ones that are watching from the Locked On Sports group page. Good evening to all. Today, I'm going to be talking a little bit about Cleveland State. Cleveland State is playing this evening. The girls are playing this evening. They're playing University of Wisconsin Milwaukee, and right now the Cleveland State girls are up 51-37 at the end of the third quarter. The men will be playing at 8 o'clock right after my show goes off, and they'll be playing Robert Morris. You can check them out. Actually, you could check the females game out right now on ESPN Plus. If you got the Hulu package and the Hulu bundle with Hulu, ESPN Plus, and Disney, you'll be able to check them out. Support the Vikings, or just go down there. Go down there to the Wallstein Center and cheer the Vikings on. Because, hey, NCAA tournament title, NCAA tournament bids are up for state for both squads. Females, I think, are like 26-3 going into conference tournament play. Last week was my fault. I misdiagnosed. I thought they was in the tournament last week, but actually it's this week. That was my mistake. I wasn't feeling right anyway. Had a bad sinus infection, but all is well now. So I'll be talking a little bit about the Cleveland State girls, Cleveland State men's. The girls right now are winning 51-37 in the beginning of the fourth quarter in the Horizon League quarterfinals. And the men play tonight against Robert Morris at 8 o'clock. Good evening to all those, and feel free to chat with me and comment. I'll show your comments on here like I'm doing now. Good evening. Vikings for life, that's what's up. Come on, CSU. Get them wins this weekend so y'all can go to the big dance, both the men and the ladies. But right now, I'm going to talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers. My segment, Locked On Sports 216. What's up with the Cavs? Well, they lost against the Boston Celtics last night on national TV in front of a national audience. They lost to them 117 to 113, even though the game was closer at the end than it probably should have been, because Boston kind of took their foot off the gas. But you can plainly see, and this, nothing against the Cavs or nothing like that, but you can plainly see there's a difference in tiers with the Boston Celtics, the Milwaukee Bucks. Those two are on the same tier. The Philadelphia 76ers are a little bit below, but they're very close to them too. And then you go down a little bit more, then you got the Cavaliers and everybody else in the Eastern Conference. But I just say, got a lot of work to do, and we don't have no bench. We got a lot of work to do. Definitely a whole lot of work. But I'll say this, Donovan Mitchell played his ass off last night. Dude scored 44 points, and he might have tweaked his hamstring or his groin, but dude was still balling out. But also, Boston, they was led by this guy, Jason Tatum. He had 41. And really, he scored all his points in between really the second and third quarters and a little bit in the fourth. Yeah, you're right. The Celtics were loaded with raw talent and serious three-point arsenal, yes. And the Cavs, right now, we don't have no shooters. We don't have no shooters, and how can I say this? We don't have a bench either. It's really the core four and everybody else with the Cavs. Anybody else with the Cavs? Because you got to think, the only guy they got coming off the bench that really does anything right now is Karis LeVert. Because Ricky Rubio ain't the same, and he's coming back from injury. Cedi Osman is inconsistent at best. One day he hit a bunch of threes, but he hasn't hit nothing in a while. And he's in and out of JB's rotation. Also, and after that, it's just the rest of everybody else. Just the rest of everybody else on the bench. And I think the Cavs actually really need to pick up a backup big man. They need to pick up a backup big man. Nerlens Noel is available. Hassan Whiteside is available. Tristan Thompson is on TV. He's available. I mean, they need a big man bad because I'm telling y'all, it's going to be all bad if something goes down with Mobley and Jared Allen. And like I said, Donovan Mitchell had 44. He was doing a thing. He was doing his thing. But wasn't enough to beat the Celtics. I mean, the Celtics had threes all around. Al Horford was just, I don't know if they messed up the scouting report and everything. Al Horford was open all game last night. And he hit about 6 threes. He went like 6 for 7 from the 3-point line. And that can't happen. And let's see, you got also Jaylen Brown. He was doing damage as well. But like I said, the Cavs, one thing that's really alarming is the bench crew is not getting it done. They're not. They are not getting it done at all. And that's really disappointing. And it makes me wonder, why did they get rid of Kevin Love? Or, more importantly than that, why wasn't Kevin Love playing? I mean, for real. You gotta think. Okay, dude might have lost a step or whatever on defense, but he was never a premier defensive player anyway. And for the two he might give up, he can make it up by shooting three. And we ain't got no outside shooting at all. None. He can get that back by shooting three. And the dude can start the break and he can rebound. So, how in the world did we let him go? And he's better than everybody on that bench just about right now. Because if you go down the roster, Stevens, nah. Dylan Winder, he's stealing. He just stealing money. I don't think he played in the game all season. And like I said, Rubio is not the same guy. And then Danny Green, he's also coming back from the same surgery Rubio had, ACL surgery. So he's not going to be right away. And like I said, Donovan Mitchell had to play 44 minutes last night. And I don't know. All I got to say is the Cavs got to watch their backs because you also got the New York Knicks hot on their tail. They're like a game and a half back of the Cavs. And the Knicks done won like 7 in a row. And they've been 7-0 since they added Josh Hart to the starting lineup, which was a pickup that they got before the trade deadline. And the Cavs didn't make no moves before the deadline, which might be a detriment in the end. And right now, it looks like a 4-5 between the Cavs and the Knicks, or it might be a 5-4. You never know with the Cavs because right now they're 4, but they can easily go down to 5, easily. Now the schedule, they got Detroit on Saturday, which should be a win. Then they got Boston back here on Monday, which is going to be a tough game. And then they go face Kevin Love and the Miami Heat, which down in Florida, which is not going to be a cakewalk either. That's definitely not going to be a cakewalk. But all I got to say is that, they got to get it together. JB got to get them rotations right because right now the bench is giving him nothing. Lopez, he's just here. He's just there. Comes in on garbage time. And Diakite, sometimes he suits up, sometimes he doesn't. Dean Wade, that was the guy that was supposed to replace Kevin Love? Yeah, right. Dean Wade then got paid, then got injured. Now he then came back, and he hasn't done nothing. And it's looking grim from the bench side. It's definitely looking grim from the bench side. You're right. We got the wrong Lopez. You're right. Because his brother is doing big things up in Milwaukee. You're right. We got the wrong Lopez. But hopefully, I don't know because he doesn't hardly play. So we shall see. To be continued. Because, man, we only got the core four and a Coro. He plays good defense, but offensively, he checks himself, really, offensively. So, the Cavs probably should have made a deal, but they really don't have nobody that they could have traded, to be honest. Because think about this. They will say you could trade for this, trade for that. Really, would you accept a trade for Dylan Winter for Douglas Finney-Smith? Yes, they do. They do need a scoring big man. That is true. DeMarcus Cousins is also available too. Hey, they got to try a flyer on one or the other. Somebody. Either Noel, you can do Whiteside, you can do DeMarcus Cousins. Hell, you can get Tristan Thompson off NBA Today. But they got to figure out something. They got to get that big man right because if Mobley or Allen goes down, they're in trouble. For real. Jared Allen kind of had really one of his worst games of the year. 5.7 rebounds. But I'll give him a pass on that. I definitely give him a pass on that. Everybody's entitled to a bad game every once in a while. But, I mean, hey, come playoffs, you ain't going to be facing nothing but the top dogs. Won't be facing Detroit, Charlotte, anybody like that. So, the Cavs got to get it together for real. They got to get it together because right now, it's looking pretty tough right now. And you also got the Knicks on their tail. So hopefully the Cavs will take on Detroit on Saturday and beat the Pistons. And then Monday, take it to Boston. Both games are at home. Go down to the Rock and check the Cavs out. Definitely go down to the Rock and check the Cavs out. So you got the wrong Lopez. Yeah, they are in need of a scoring big man and everything. But I'm going to move right along. The Cleveland Browns, as you all know, Okay, let me take this off. Okay. The Cleveland Browns, as you know, the owners, Jimmy and Dee Haslam, brought 25% of the Milwaukee Bucks over this past week. 25% of the Bucks. Which they ain't got no say-so or nothing like that, but they got 25% of the Bucks. And the Milwaukee Bucks, they're worth 3 point something billion. Can you believe that? Wow. something billion. They actually are worth more than the Browns. They are worth more than the Browns. And think about that. But the Browns could get that worth up if they win games. The Cleveland and the Milwaukee Bucks, they're worth 3 point something billion. What's up, Josh? Josh said he likes the Cavs better when Donovan is out for injury. For some reason, they play better. They play better as a team. That is definitely true. That is definitely true. But tell me what y'all think about Haslam and them purchasing the Milwaukee Bucks. Hopefully they don't get distracted because, man, they got enough work to do with the Browns instead of worrying about Milwaukee. And on top of that, they did this as they've done for probably about the fifth, sixth straight season. They went up on the season ticket prices. What do you know? They went up on the season ticket prices for a sixth straight year. So not only that your owners got controlling, well, they got interest in another team. Actually, that's three teams because they got the Columbus Crew, the soccer team, and they got interest in the Milwaukee Bucks along with the Browns. But they went up on the ticket prices again. And for substandard product. And my attitude is this. I'm not going to spend another dime on that team. I'm not buying no jerseys or nothing like that until they start winning. Till they show us they can start winning consistently. Because all this doesn't make no damn sense at all. Every year, it'd be the same crap. This may mean they leave the front office alone. Yeah, that could be possible. I hope so. I hope so. I definitely hope so. They can leave the front office alone to do their job. But I think the main problem is they got to get DePodesta out of there. Because, I mean, he coming with that analytics and stuff like that. And think about it. The last two drafts, even though Barry made the drafts, have been underwhelming. The coach, Kevin Stefanski, is underwhelming. Very underwhelming. Truthfully, they should have got rid of him first at the end of this past football season. This team was 7-10 and probably could have finished 10-7. Because you got to look at it. You get decent quarterback play from your backup, and you was 4-7 from your backup. And despite the defense being horrible, you get decent quarterback play from your backup, and you was 4-7, ended up 7-10, where really they should have been about 10-7. Because Watson came in and went 3-3, and Watson wasn't even Deshaun Watson. And think about it. Which this may ring true. When Baker criticized the offense back when the Browns played Detroit the season before last, everybody was looking at Baker like he was crazy. But look at the offense when they had Watson. You got the automatic cheat code in the backfield, and Watson ain't played in 2 years, but yet you passing 33 times in the middle of a frozen tundra game against New Orleans. And the crazy part is New Orleans understood the assignment and came all the way up here from Louisiana from a dome and outcoached our team. Life of a Browns fan, spending their hard-earned money and never going anywhere. If Chubb is smart, leave Cleveland and pursue a Super Bowl ring. And I'm going to be honest with you. I actually don't blame you for that comment. Because Chubb is going into year 6, and you done wasted 2 years of him. 2 years, really. He's going into year 6. Myles Garrett is going into year 7. And think about this. We punted on the season just because Deshaun got suspended for 11 games. And really, the Browns should have been 7-4. I actually had predicted before Deshaun came back that they would be 5-6. But they was 4-7 and really could have been 7-4. The Jets game. Defense caved in. Special teams caved in. Couldn't recover onside kick. The golden boy kicker, K. York, missed the extra point. And the Atlanta game, where for some reason our defensive coaches, D coordinator, our coach was looking into the playbook against Atlanta and let Atlanta run it down their throat 14 straight times with little or no adjustment. Them fools said they wasn't running Watson because that's what the running backs are for. They let me know that's all I needed to know. They're idiots. True. And the thing is, New Orleans ran Keenum. I mean, not Keenum. What's dude's name? The quarterback for New Orleans? Can't remember his name right now, but they understood the assignment. And think about it. The Browns was more equipped to run that offense more so than more so than New Orleans. Because the Browns got Watson back there. You got Chubb. You could put Hunt back there. But hey, Stefanski, and honestly, I ain't trying to be funny. I give it maybe 4 to 6 games. The Browns start off slow. His ass should be out. For real. Because, I mean, you made Joe Woods the scapegoat. What's up, Voodoo Wilson? You made Joe Woods the scapegoat. But he wasn't the only one. Then they did fire the special teams coach, Mike Prefer, but it took him almost 2 months to do that. But we'll see what Schwartz does. We'll see what Jim Schwartz does, and we'll see what Ray Ventrone does in the special teams. But to think that I got any confidence in the Browns that they're going to change, the best thing they should do is Stefanski, let Van Pelt call the games, and you be the coach. Yo, what's up, Voodoo? And you be the coach. You be the coach. You be the coach and keep the whole organization organized on the field. Don't just be like this into your playbook all game and not pay attention to nothing else. Don't do that. But like I said, to think that I got faith in them this year, I don't. The only hope they got is Deshaun Watson has a hell of a year. And they still got to get defensive tackles, which I would prefer them to go the free agent route. Because not saying Perrion and Elliott and Togiai might not be beasts in the future, but it takes a while for DTs to develop in the National Football League. And they hedged their bets on a bunch of young cats. And this year, they need to get some proven veterans to strengthen up that D line. And they got to get another defensive end. Or is Wright or is Alex Wright or Isaiah Thomas ready to really step in that role on the other defensive end? That remains to be seen. But as far as the Browns goes, it is what it is. They're at the combine scouting. The Browns got the second round pick in the draft next month. They don't have a first round pick. Their first round pick for this year is Deshaun Watson. So, hey. And they got a lot of stuff they need to fill. And also the Browns also are going to be letting John Johnson go. Oh, yeah, Kareem Hunt is gone. He's a free agent. He's gone. And honestly, Voodoo Wilson said the Browns need to sign him to play DN. Hey, they need help. They're going to move you to tackle. They're going to move you to tackle, though, Voodoo. They're going to move you to tackle. Yeah, the Browns. Yeah, Kareem Hunt is gone. He owed it to himself to get that payday. He definitely owes it to himself. But like I said, stay tuned. Definitely stay tuned. Because Browns got a lot going on and everything. They got a lot of moving parts. They got a whole lot of moving parts. What's up, Lawrence Haley? If you get a dog at DT, Wright and Thomas may work out at defensive end. I agree with you. So, what's up, Lawrence Haley, and what's up, Lavelle Thomas? What's up with y'all? For some reason, they ain't putting the names behind the comments on here. But hey, I'm going to work it out anyway. But like I said, they have to get that together. They definitely have to get that together. So, what do y'all think the Browns are going to... Wait a minute. Well, who y'all think the Browns are going to sign as a as a free agent? Because they also need a linebacker and a Mike linebacker too. Because Walker is a free agent too, and he's coming off injury. So they got a lot of holes to patch up. It's also rumored that they're interested in Bates from Cincinnati, Jesse Bates. I think that's his name, from Cincinnati. So they got a lot of work to do on that defense. A whole lot of work to do. And they got a lot of work to do in the draft because Barry done swung and missed at the last 2-3 drafts, to be honest with you. He swung and missed. So, I mean, well, I ain't going to say completely swing and miss because Emerson is a dog. He did his thing as a rookie. K. York, shaky. If I was the Browns, gotta shore up the middle of the D, definitely. If I was the Browns, I would bring a training camp leg in and not let K. York think he got it so easy. I would bring another training camp leg in. I would do that. I would definitely do that. I'd bring another training camp leg in. Just in case. You know, might catch lightning in the bottle because we can't have another year of inconsistency from K. York. Even though he is young, that was his rookie year, I'll give him a half a pass on that, but he got to start making them kicks. And when you missing extra points, it's like, come on, man. Come on. You got to do this. What you get paid for. Definitely what you get paid for. But like I said, what's up, Ronnie Burnett? Like I said, Browns got a lot of work to do. A whole lot of work to do. They got a whole lot of work to do. I'm going to take a quick break, play some commercials real quick, and I'll be right back. And I'm going to talk about a little bit of Cleveland State. And I'm going to update y'all on Loc'D On Sports 216 with me, Keith Allen. I'll be right back. So unique at 24 Karat Chocolate's Boutique, where she specializes in custom, handmade, professional t-shirts and hoodies for any occasions, uniforms, puzzles, and towels, and much more. Now don't take my word for it. The work speaks for itself. Let that be the new trendsetter. Customize the way you like it, either for family reunions, gender reveals, graduations, or just a graphic tee. At 24 Carrot Chocolate's Boutique. Go and check her out at 1-937-360-4386 or log on at 24ktchocolates.info.
You want combat? I'm on that real quick. Iron Dragon with my sword. Lord, I'm so slick. Mano y mano, hand-to-hand combat. I suggest you go ahead, read my stats, homie. I'm all that. Mr. Hands of Death, peep my martial skills. I embark my will until it's fulfilled. You like a mannequin on the ground laying still. For real, I go home, meditate, circulate, cheat, practicing, sitting still. I yell out, get out. Today's not the day. I yell out, get out. Today's not the day. Don't let it ring out. Spill out. Better go on your way. Don't let it ring out. Spill out. Better go on your way.
What's up? I'm back. Locked On Sports 216 with me, Keith Allen, on a Thursday evening. Shout out to all y'all that is watching and commented. Feel free to subscribe at the bottom that's scrolling to my Locked On Sports YouTube channel, Locked On Sports 216 YouTube channel. Feel free to subscribe. Shout out to all my people watching from YouTube, watching from my LinkedIn, and watching from my Facebook, my original Facebook page, and from the Locked On Sports group page. Shout out to all y'all. Right now, real quick, we're going to talk about the CSU Vikings. I talk about them a lot because they don't really get a lot of pub from our media and stuff. For real, they don't. They don't get a lot of pub from our media, and I got to give them love and everything because, you know, I've been a Viking fan since back in the days when they had Franklin Edwards and Darren Tillis back in the days when Ray Derringer used to coach them guys, and all the way going up to Kevin Mackey in the Run and Stun era when they had Clinton Smith, Mouse McFadden, they had William Stanley from the Ville, they had Ray Foster from the Ville, and even up to when Raleigh Massimino coached the Vikings, when he had Damon Stringer, Jamal Harris, Theo Dixon, and up to now with Cleveland State, they got a pretty decent team. Support them. And shout out to new coach Mike Robinson in his first year. Probably be up for Coach of the Year if they pull this off and win the tournament and get that at-large bid and get that automatic bid. Shout out to him. But we also going to go to the girls. The Cleveland State girls doing their thing too. I got to scroll on my cheater right here on my phone. Cleveland State girls are up 61-52 over Wisconsin-Milwaukee with 42 seconds left. So hopefully the girls hold on and they'll advance from the quarterfinals to the semifinals. And they'll keep it rolling. That'd be cool to have both the men's and the women's in the big dance. That'd definitely be cool. Hopefully the women will get a pretty fair seed and everything because they really been dominating everything in their conference. But hey, shots out to them. The men play tonight. They play Robert Morris at 8 p.m. Like I said, you can check out both games on ESPN Plus if you got Hulu. And if you got Hulu and you got the bundle with Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus, you can check that game out on Hulu. So let's go Vikings. They fought. Vikings are led by Tristan Eramuna. He leads them in scoring at 15 points a game. Tay Williams, another forward, he averages about 11 points a game, and he's came on in the last two games. And they got a shot because they can beat Youngstown State, and Youngstown State finished them first. And they can beat Northern Kentucky also. And truthfully, they can beat Wisconsin, Milwaukee too. So hopefully they get that done this weekend and get both goals accomplished, both in the tournament. Get them both in the tournament. Shots out to them. But also, what I wanted to go into, the Guardians. Let's see right here. Let me take this caption off. The Cleveland Guardians are out in Arizona, and I'm going to be honest with you, which this is bad on my part, which is really bad on my part. The Guardians are in spring training right now in Arizona. I think they won today. Let me go to my cheater ticker here. Think they won today. Let's see. Let's go up here. Let's go up. Yeah, they won. They beat the Chicago White Sox 9-6. You know, it's really. I can watch baseball in the regular season and the playoffs, but spring training, I can't do that. I can't do that. No, not in spring training. I can't do that. And I'm a Guardians fan and I'm a Yankees fan. I can't do that. No. But the Guardians, I say this year, because people want to know the expectations of the Guardians this year, I would say that they are probably going to, I say the expectation, I say they win about anywhere from 86 to 88 games. And they'll probably be in the thick of it in the Central Division because you got Minnesota, they're going to be tough, and you got Chicago. Detroit and Kansas City is rebuilding, but you got Minnesota and Chicago. And the Guardians, you know, they did an unprecedented thing last year. They won it with 17 rookies seeing time on the team, which is basically unheard of. Shouts out to Guardians manager Terry Francona. It's crazy. A lot of people rag on the Guardians here in Cleveland about the owners being cheap and everything, but I will say this. They damn sure know how to run a baseball team, and they hire the right people in the front office, and they let them do their job. They let them do their job. Now, I will say this, though. They do need, I say, at the trade deadline, if they see something, they need to add some pieces. I would say that. Because the outfield still remains in question. Well, not really. Not really. The outfield doesn't remain in question because I like Quan in left field and I like Gonzalez in right field. Was it Gonzalez? Oh, shoot. But I like the guy in right field. Straw, this got to be an O-ish year for Straw because dude kind of had a bad year, but he did win a gold glove, so I can't trip on him on that. But I like Quan. And I like Gonzalez. I think that's his name, Gonzalez. I hope that's his name. I think that's his name. But I like him. And the infield is solid. The infield is definitely solid with Ramirez at third, Rosario at short. Oh my God, what's my dude name? Oh my God, my dude at second base. Oh, what's my dude's name? He's solid too. Definitely. And they got Josh Bell as a free agent. He's solid. Now, catcher, can Zunino recapture his previous form before his injury last year? Can he recapture his form this year? And they got Naylor's younger brother, Josh Naylor's younger brother, playing also on the big club this year. But can Zunino recapture his form? That remains to be seen. But other than that, the pitching staff, I like McKenzie, Shane Bieber. And I actually like Plesac, and I actually like Savali too. Savali and Plesac just done had bad luck last year. especially Plesac. He was on the wrong side all the time. If Plesac can avoid the crazy inning, because he'll be all good and stuff at first for like 2 or 3, 4 innings. Then around the fifth, he'll just have that one crazy inning where everything just falls apart. And if Savali basically can just stay healthy, I think they need another fifth. I think they need a fifth starter though, and actually, preferably, hopefully, a left-hand starter. The bullpen is solid. You got Karinchak and you got Clase closing out in the back of the bullpen. So Hentges, the pitcher, he got something's going on with his shoulder, the lefty. So hopefully he'll be okay with some rest. But I expect the Guardians to go like 88 and 74. About 88 wins, 74 losses. And whether they go to the playoffs or not, well, they got like 7 teams. Was it 6 teams or whatever? If they go to playoffs or not, we'll see. They may get in as a wild card and stuff like that. So hopefully the Guardians can get it done this year and they can stay injury free. And then Jose Ramirez can have that MVP year because he was well on his way till he got hurt. And it showed in his swing and everything. So we will see with the Guardians next year. Oh, Jimenez. That's my dude name that play second base. Jimenez. They infield A1. Stacked. And they also got Reyes as a replacement, probably a utility guy. So the infield is stacked. But I expect good things from the Guardians this summer. And hopefully, if they have a need, they need to be addressed. Hopefully, the owners get something at the trade deadline to enhance the Guardians this year. So we'll see. We shall definitely see. Definitely see. Because, hey, go Guardians. Also, I want to say this. What y'all think about Kevin Durant going into national NBA stuff? You know, what y'all think about KD? KD said, clap back on Shaq, clap back on Charles since he got traded to Phoenix. He said that they don't never have to watch him ever again play basketball. As far as I'm concerned, KD, you ain't got nothing to prove to these people. Just do what you do. And check out, this will be your championship if you lead Phoenix to the promised land this year, buddy. This will be your championship for sure. Even though with Golden State, the other 2 was yours. For real. But, you know, people will say, hey, that was a stacked team already. They won 73 games before he came. But they still needed to do, because I think the Cavs would have beat him a second year in a row and possibly a third year in a row if Kyrie wouldn't have left. Without KD, without Kevin Durant. But with KD, that team was literally unbeatable. And first year, they was unbeatable. The second year, when we traded Kyrie, that was a wrap. But KD, you ain't got nothing to prove to people at all. Just do you. Hoop in Phoenix. Get Chris Paul this ring. Get Devin Booker that ring. And dude, you'll get all the respect that you need. Because, bruh, you ain't got nothing to prove to me. Also, if you go in basketball news, LeBron is going to be out up to 3 weeks. Well, actually, yeah, up to 3 weeks. That's before they reevaluate his injury. LeBron got hurt last week against Dallas this past Sunday when he hurt his foot in a game which the Lakers came back down from 27 to beat the Dallas Mavericks. I'm just going to say this, and y'all don't have to believe me. In the Western Conference, if you're Memphis and Denver, you got to be shaking because if LeBron and them come back and be healthy, and AD be healthy with the additions that they got, they're going to be a load to deal with in the West. Memphis, Denver, beware. I'll be right back real quick. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I'm back. Had to take care of something real fast. You know how that goes. But anyway, like I said, if the Lakers can get into the playoffs and if LeBron and AD are healthy, along with D'Angelo Russell, I wouldn't want to be Denver or Memphis in that first round. That's all I'm going to say. Wouldn't want to be Denver or Memphis in that first round. Because they can give either one of those two teams all they can handle. And it would be pretty interesting. Now, let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think Jokic is going to be MVP? Should he be MVP for a third straight year? The way everybody's talking is like the award is already his. I would say my MVP candidate to go like this, I would say you can put Jokic in there. I ain't going to lie. Dude be doing the damn thing. He be doing his thing. But you also got Embiid and got Giannis. And you also got Jason Tatum. This dude be doing his thing too. And right now, them in Milwaukee is in a battle royal for first in the East. Yes. The Western Conference is definitely wide open. You don't know who is going to prosper. The Clippers look good on paper with Westbrook, George, and Leonard, but injuries plague them. You're right about that. And actually, if you want to be honest, the Clippers actually probably got the best coach out of all of them, for real, with Ty Lue. Now, can he get them together by playoff time? Get them in shape? Who knows? Because I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sold on Denver or Memphis making it to the NBA Finals. I'm not. Because Denver or Memphis, do you really think they can beat Golden State if healthy in a 7-game series? Because what it's looking like right now, Golden State is in the 7th spot. And do you really think that they can beat the Lakers? If the Lakers make it in, they got to make it in. The Lakers is like 12th. So the West is real interesting. Like I said, you got Denver, that's on top right now. And then you got Memphis, but Memphis is a team to me, they're talented. If that coach can rein them in and they quit getting in their own way, they could possibly go to the finals. And not even saying Denver could possibly go to the finals too, but Memphis, they're like the enigma of that bunch. They're the enigma of that, enigmatic about that bunch, because Brown's got a lot going on and everything. They got a lot of moving parts. But like I said, Memphis, if they can get it together, if they can get that together in Memphis, they're going to be really interesting. But like I said, right now, you're right about that, Lavelle. Western Conference is wide open. You don't know who's going to come out of there for real. Because this could be a year in the Western Conference if above teams are healthy. If Golden State could be healthy, they can come out. They can be like a 7th seed or 6th seed. The Lakers, if they get healthy and get their act together, they can come out. But I actually think the team that could and should come out would probably be the Phoenix Suns. If Kevin Durant can stay healthy, and if Chris Paul can stay healthy, and Booker, because they've all had injuries this year, they might be the team to watch in the West. But we have to stay tuned. Definitely have to stay tuned. And in the East, honestly, in the East, to me, for real, it's really a 2-team race. I got not Philadelphia. I got Boston and Milwaukee meeting in the Eastern Conference Finals. Now, who may go out of that? I don't know. Because, see, last year, Boston went to the finals, but Milwaukee can easily say our second leading scorer was hurt in Middleton, which he was. So it's going to be pretty interesting. But I would say right now, you got Boston and Milwaukee. Then you got Philadelphia. And then after that, you got the Cavs and everybody else. Now, the Cavs, I think they can get around in the playoffs. I think they can get through one round, depending on the matchup and depending if they stay 4 with home court advantage. Because out of all the teams in the top 4, and really in the playoffs, the Cavs need the home court the most for the first round. They need it the most because the thing is, if they go against the Knicks, that's going to be a tough matchup. Because you got to deal with Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle. And they got a few bigs that can give Jared Allen some problems, too. They got a lot of bigs, too. And like I said, that'll be interesting with the Knicks because right now, the way it's going, the Cavs will be 4 and the Knicks will be 5. That'll be interesting. And Tom Thibodeau got the edge coaching, to be honest, over Bickerstaff. Don't get me wrong, I love JB and everything, and what he's did and changed the culture with the Cavs is amazing. But can he outcoach Thibodeau? Can he outcoach Doc Rivers? Can he outcoach what's my dude? Budenholzer. Him and Mazzulla both going in with no experience, but Mazzulla was on the staff when they went to the finals of Boston. So can he outcoach Mazzulla? And on top of that, can he outcoach Spoelstra? I don't know. I don't know. And then you got Atlanta in the 8th spot. Can he outcoach Quinn Snyder? Whew. We'll be at a disadvantage coaching-wise. And I ain't trying to dump on JB and everything. I love JB. But it becomes chess, not checkers in the playoffs. But hopefully the Cavs hold on to their 4th seed. And hopefully they hold on to the 4th seed and they don't, how can I say this? Hopefully they hold on to the 4th seed. Because if they got to be 5th and they got to go on the road, now, do y'all think JB should be the coach next year? I'm going to say it like this. As far as I'm concerned right now, I can give him next year. Even though it's going to be a lot of eyebrows raised if the Cavs get swept in the playoffs or get gentlemen's sweep, especially in the first round. Especially. And also, what they got to realize also, the clock with Donovan Mitchell is now. Because after Donovan, you only got 2 guaranteed seasons with Donovan after this season. And after that 3rd season, Brother Man can opt out. Or we might be talking about trading him after the season after this next one coming up. So the clock is ticking. But hopefully the Cavs can get on the right foot, get in the right gear, and go and sprint to the finish line and be ready for the playoffs against whoever. Hopefully, it'd be nice if they can get the third seed, but I don't think they're going to get the third seed. I think it's going to be Milwaukee, Boston grappling for number one, and whoever gets number one, the other will be in number two. Philly will be number three. Hopefully, the Cavs will be four. And really, you don't know who's going to be five because you got the Knicks and you got the Miami Heat and you got Brooklyn. I think Brooklyn is probably going to be 7 or 8 in the play-in, honestly. Atlanta's going to probably be a play-in team. Then you got Toronto and I don't know who else, but hopefully the Cavs can remain at 4. Hopefully. But anyway, this is going to conclude my show, Locked On Sports. Like I said, shout out to all of you who watched, commented, hollered at me on the show. Shout out to all y'all that watched on LinkedIn, that watched on my original Facebook page, that watched on the Locked On Sports group page. Shout out to all y'all. And enjoy the basketball this weekend. Be safe. Have a good night. Like I said, remember to like and subscribe to my like the video and subscribe to Locked On Sports 216 YouTube channel. That's right. Locked On Sports 216 YouTube channel. Also, stay tuned to Monday when Mad Mondays will return because I'm doing pretty good. I had bad sinus infection and everything, and it was the worst. I wouldn't wish that on nobody. Nobody at all. I definitely will hit you up. I definitely will do that. So, shouts out to all y'all that watch. May y'all all have a good night. Be safe, be well, and prosper. And thank you all for watching. This is your man, Keith Allen, for Locked On Sports 216. I'm out.